everybody, I'm here again because I know that this is the video that you guys are waiting for to know all the new legendary heroes that's coming with this fourth season. I'm very excited to have one of these legendary heroes. I'm going to tell you which one I like more, but you have 13 new legendary heroes that's coming with the fourth season, where one of these heroes is gonna be the event hero that you guys know properly in terms of the chief is right there. The same way what happened with the Aladia, Ardreth, Utior. So one of these heroes is gonna be probably the event hero. And on the top of everything, all these legendary heroes, we have one there that is special for the Dungeon Dragons. But this one, that's the Dungeons and Dragons hero, I cannot inform anything. You guys gonna see him here on my video, but I won't talk anything about this hero till you have the official information that's possible you do and give you all the necessary information about these heroes, in terms of skills and how it's going to be the collab and everything. But at the moment, no, guys. But let's start now in terms of all these legendary heroes and see how powerful these legendaries are. Yeah, because I know that you also are very curious about, as me. So let's start now, guys. I'm going to start with the last one. And the last one, it was I've been very, like, I really like this guy. He's totally badass, actually, I'm going to start with this guy. So this is the guy right here, is a pike sitan. This guy, he's a born hero, okay? He's a born hero, and as you guys can see, he's totally badass. He has the horse and everything. So according to his ultimate skill, he causes plus 450% attack and fire damage to all enemy targets, and has a 75% chance of inflicting a burn state that lasts for 10 seconds. When hit a target in a burn state, it will cause an additionally plus 600% attack derivation. So that means that this guy is going to be very powerful in terms of attack, and he's a born hero. So his berry skill, he causes plus 240% attack, and he has enlightenment right here, plus 3000% enlightenment, fire damage to enemy targets around you. When hitting a burning target, the charging time is reduced by 50%. So that's really interesting, because that seems that's possible he trigger the ultimate skill for he act fast. And according to his passive skill right here, every 3 seconds it will cause plus 100% attack, fire damage to enemy targets around itself, and have a 75% chance of inflict a burn state that lasts for 10 seconds. Whenever any target is put in the burning state, it will apply the fighting state to itself with a maximum of 20 layers. When it has 20 layers, like that is the stacks, it will apply 20 stacks of a fighting state to all burn friendly targets. Oh, look at these guys. Look at this. So that means that this guy is going to be very important to have in terms of the burning heroes right there. He's gonna help also all the team. The burn team have insane damage. This is exactly what I think, but let me know what you guys think as well. So this was the first one. This is the first hero here, like Citos. Let's go now to the next one, guys. This one I think, like, I have a feeling that this hero, Halama, is going to be the event hero. Okay, I could be wrong, but he sounds that's going to be, he's a support hero. And he's very powerful according to his skills, Look at this, the power skill That is the ultimate skill. He causes plus 700% attack poison damage to all enemies and units, and it has a 75% chance of applying a charging speed reduction state and a directional charm state, which lasts for 10 seconds. At the same time, the target's power is reduced by 20. So this is kind of a control as well. His berry skill, he calling Dark Clouds, causes plus 300%, 350% attack poison damage to the enemy targets with the highest attack, and it has a 75% chance of applying a level 2 attack reduction status that lasts for 5 seconds. At the same time, there is a 100% probability of applying a directional taunting state that lasts for 3 seconds. Look at all the control he has in terms of the battle skill. And then his passive, at the beginning of the battle, Dark Clouds are summoned to follow. During normal attacks, Dark Clouds will attack the targets additionally, but they cannot gain additional attack speed. The Dark Cloud attack has 10% chance of applying the Health Warlock Little Dragon Autism buff state that lasts for seconds. The probability of Wuyun applying Elven Warlock Shylong, that is according to his skills right here, if you're not wrong, okay? Self-isolated buff state can only be increased by Harama on saving throw. For every 10 points of saving throw, the probability increases by 1%. When you are present, the power gained by enemy heroes, draw skills, and artifacts is reduced by 80%. Guys, like, he's bonkers. I don't know. I could be wrong right here, you know, but I think this guy is the event hero for sure, you know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but like, he is very powerful in terms of a poison hero. He's a supporter. Let's go to the next one. This guy here, I really would like to have him, and I'm going to give you a very good news now because he's attack hero. He's an Ice Blast hero, okay? Mural. So his ultimate skill, he causes plus 810% attack, freezing damage to the enemy targets, and converts 15% of the damage value into its own health. So he's gonna be healing himself. Each layer of map nails the target has increased the conversion ratio by 5%. His battle skill, he causes plus 300% attack, freezing damage to enemy targets, and applies one layer of map pings to them. And then his passive right here, if you have ice crystals, look at this. Look at this. You know, if you have ice crystals after releasing combat skill, you will consume one layer of ice crystals and release the combat skill again. When attacking enemy target, each layer of map pegs will increase the attack critical hit damage by 20% and ignore 60% of its defense when attacking an enemy target with a full layer of map pegs. I think it's pegs or pigs. Normal attacks will prioritize attacking the enemy targets with the most map pings. So imagine that. So I think in terms of damage, this guy also is gonna be insane for Ice Blast hero. I can't wait to test this guy in the bosses, you know. I can't wait to see him on the test server, because definitely I'm gonna test this guy firstly, you know, and he is one of my list as well, a part of the black tag right there. Okay, let's go to the next one, you know, the next one now after this guy. Mural. After Mural is this one here, Orana. Orana, she is part of the Thunderbolts. So according to his her battle skill, it enters in an overload state and applies a level 2 attack speed increase to itself that lasts for 15 seconds. When in the overload state, normal attacks will fire 2 additional bullets, causing plus 300% attack lightning damage and attack different targets first. The combat skill, she launches 3 attacks against the enemy targets. Each time it causes plus 175% attack lightning damage. There is 60% chance of inflicting electric shock that lasts for 6 seconds. When the target is electrocuted, this damage ignores 30% of the target's defense. So she's a tacky hero, she's a Thunderbolt hero. You have to see how it's going to be the performance in terms of damage and everything to see if this girl is gonna be interesting, because you have a Pergunte right there. That's one of the he's the legendary exclusive hero. So according to the passive right here, when causing damage to enemy targets, there is a 75% probability of refreshing the target's electric shock status and triggering a Thunderbolt on it. She's gonna be triggering Thunderbolt, so that's why she's gonna be a very good part in terms of the exclusive legendary hero that's Pergunte, So let's go now and let's check the next one. That's this guy right here. This also is Bonkers, the White Target King. He's an amazing hero as well. Look at this. Look at the power skill of this guy. Listen these guys, listen carefully. Launch 3 attacks against the enemy targets, each time causing plus 200% attack, plus 4% maximum health, lightning damage. The first attack has a 100% chance of applying a level 2 attack reduction status that lasts for 10 seconds. This is the first thing. The second attack has a 100% probability of applying a level 2 attack reduction status that lasts for 10 seconds as well. And the third attack has a 100% probability of applying a level 2 attack reduction status that lasts for 10 seconds. The level 2 concentration reduces status. If your maximum health is higher than the target, the status imposed by this skill cannot be resisted. Afterwards, all friendly targets will be immune to control and critical resistance for 10 seconds. Imagine this in arena. Okay, and in terms of the bosses, it's going to help in terms of survivability. If the target dies and has 3 or more debuffs, an additional plus 12% will be applied to friendly targets in the reverse blasting state, max health, shield. So he's a powerful tank, guys. Look at this ultimate skill. Look at the combat skill now. Now this 200 plus 200%, 240% attack plus 8% maximum health, lightning damage to the enemy target with the highest power, and reduces the target's power by 20. That's a control. If the target's power is still higher than 50% after being reduced, there is a 100% chance probability of applying a stun state that lasts for 5 seconds. So in terms of arena, imagine the control that this guy is going to have between the attack heroes right there. This guy is gonna be very solid in before frame for everything, actually, for everything. This guy is a game change, guys. This hero here totally is gonna be a game change in the game. The same about the Black Tiger. Listen to me, he's a game changer right here. If the all maximum health is higher than the targets, this state cannot be resisted. Afterwards, you and friendly targets in the Blast River state will choose them as a target. And then he has this massive passive right here. At the beginning of the battle, apply the River's Blasting state to the friendly targets with the highest critical hit damage. When the friendly target is the River Blasting state is damaged, it will receive a plus 10% maximum health, shield that lasts for 5 seconds. At the same time, Shooter takes 60% of the damage instead, and this effect can only take effect once every 12 seconds. Each time the weapon is triggered, instead of taking damage, it gains 20 power and has a 100% probability of applying a taunting state that lasts for 3 seconds to the enemy targets with the highest power. If its maximum health is higher than the targets, the state cannot be resisted as well. So imagine that he's gonna be controlling totally, and he's gonna give power to the attack hero to attack precisely the enemy. At the same time, he's gonna be also holding that hero that's gonna be doing damage for part of the light team to perform well in the battle. You know, it should not be suddenly killed by any kind of an enemy skill, you know. So this guy is bonkers. He's very nice hero, very nice hero. He's a game changer here. So let's go now to the next one. The next one is this one. Her name is Shara. She's the sensual girl, you know. So ultimate skill here, she gain 30 aura energy and release energy waves that can bounce up to 4 times between enemy targets. Each bounce causes plus 350% attack radiant damage. If there is no ejection after release, the 40 aura energy consumed this time will be returned. So she's an aura hero, okay? Aura hero. When in the flash state, it consumes 20 aura energy, causes additionally radiant damage, 5% of the target's maximum health, and increases the number of bounces by to 6 times. According to the battle skill here, gain 15 aura energy and cause a plus 350% attack, radiant damage to the targets and surrounding enemy targets. Gain additionally 10 aura energy when hitting only one enemy target. When in the flash state, it consumes 5 aura energy and causes additionally plus 4% of the target's maximum health. Radiant damage not exceeding 200% of your own attack. So what I can conclude here in terms of this hero, she's gonna be insane in terms of damage per part of the aura hero. So she is a damage DPS dealer, okay guys? She's a DPS dealer for the aura team, for the school of element of aura, okay? Her passive enters the flash state and it has 100 aura energy. When aura positioning a friendly target consuming aura energy, the aura positioning friendly targets with the highest attack will gain 5.0 power and 1 layer of critical damage, increase status up to 20 layers, 20 stacks. This effect can only take effect once every 5 seconds. So she's gonna help also the team of the aura team to have insane damage as well, you know. But she's really nice hero. The next one is Calava. Calava, this is the girl, Calava. This is the representation of the Day of the Death in terms of Mexico right there, you know, you guys know it. So this is Calava. Let's see what she does. She's a supporter. She heals all friendly targets with plus 550% defense and applies a level 1 defense increase that lasts for 10 seconds. Illusion casting will cause plus 509% attack, poison damage to all enemies targets, and has a 100% chance of applying a level 2 attack reduction status that lasts for 10 seconds. Her battle skill, she removes 1 debuff status from nearby friendly targets and applies a continuous recovery status to them for 5 seconds. Illusion casting has a 75% chance of removing 1 buff status from nearby enemies targets and a 100% chance of applying a continuous recovery status that lasts for 5 seconds. And then her passive right here, when you release a skill, an illusion will be briefly generated on the spot. The illusion will follow you to cast spells and produce additional effects. So she's gonna be releasing an illusion there in the battle. Let's say the same way that it does, like, let's say Joyce right there and some other heroes, you know. So she's gonna be doing the same. She's a legendary hero, but she's a support hero here. You know, she does the mage, but she also helps the light team in some way. We have to see how it's going to work in terms of this, in terms of her skill. But she sounds interesting, guys. She sounds interesting, seriously. Okay, let's go now. Let's see here. So, guys, well, you guys can see right here in the top of myself here. I cannot talk about that hero, but that hero is exactly the Dungeons Dragons hero that's coming very soon. So I won't talk about him. All right, so in the right time, just keep tuning here on my channel. I'm gonna be able to talk about this hero, his skills and everything, but today is not going to be the way, okay? But like he's part of the Dungeons Dragons for sure. And then so the next one here is this guy. Guys, I really like this one. It sounds that he's going to be very solid in terms of the mage, okay? And he's part of the Radiance. And you guys are going to understand my point of view right here in terms of this hero. Look at this. His ultimate skill. He leap to the target area, causing plus 640% attack radiant damage to the enemy targets within the range, and having a 75% chance of applying a level 2 attack reduction status that lasts for 10 seconds. At the same time, he gains a level 2 attack speed increase that lasts for 10 seconds, and it strengthens his normal attack for 12 seconds. During this period, his normal attacks will cause 2 plus 75% attack radiant damage and 5% maximum health for himself and all clones. Right. So the case here, you guys gotta understand, because you have a clone, okay? So he has clones. So he places a clone around the enemy target with the highest attack. So you are going to have a clone of this guy there in the battle. And with this clone as the center, it will cause plus 300% attack radiant damage to the surround enemy targets, and have a 100% chance of applying a taunting state that lasts for 3.5 seconds. And then the passive right here, every time the self and clone causes or receive 15 damage, they will enter in an irremovable, invisible state, lasting for 3.0 seconds, and summon a clone at the same time. When the battle begins, a clone is summoned, and up to 5 clones can exist on the field at the same time. So imagine 5 clones of this guy right there doing the mage, you know. Imagine this in arena, imagine this using this guy in some other areas in the game, even the Fame-Mender. It is possible that this guy also gonna be in Fame-Mender as an enemy. Guys, this is serious. But I think that this guy is gonna be a madness hero in battle. Okay. So the next one is Mitan. So she is part of the Born Heroes. You guys can see right here, right? She's part of the Born Heroes. She's a tiger, or I don't know, leopard, or so. The ultimate skill, she causes plus 620% attack fire damage to enemy targets around you. If the enemy target is in the burning state, you gain additionally 20% attack increase for 10 seconds. For 15 seconds thereafter, the burning condition is imposed by fire and the stone and ignores saving throw. Did you guys hear that? So that sounds interesting too. So I see like a very powerful thing here. So it's very interesting, guys. Very interesting here, in my opinion. Like she also powerful hero in terms of the mage. So she's another DPS hero, part of the burn. Oh, look at the battle skill. Heal yourself with plus 25% maximum health and apply the same number of layers of Burner's Fang status to yourself based on the highest numbers of burning status layers like a single enemy target has. Get up to 5 layers, then cause 5 plus 500% attack fire damage to the enemy target with the highest burn state of layers. So if there is more layers in the targets, more damage you're gonna do, right? In terms of passive, at the beginning of the battle, it will cause plus 250% attack fire damage to all enemy targets and have a 100% chance to apply 3 layers of burn state lasting 10 seconds. So this is going to be really good in the beginning of the battle. Imagine that. You place like, I don't know, heroes like a Sigrid together with this hero. It's gonna be insane. Whenever the burn state of any target disappears or is removed, you gain 1 layer of Fierce Fang state, stacking up to 30 layers for each layer of Fierce Fang status. Your own skills ignore 3% of the target's defense, and then you gain 0% damage reduction. The normal attacks have 60% chance of inflicting a burn state that lasts for 10 seconds. So this is another powerful hero part of the burn heroes. Yeah, and I'm getting very interesting about these burning heroes, honestly. So Perseus, who was not talking about this guy? I really like this guy, and even the skills. Like, imagine this. Look at these guys. Look at this. Attention now. In terms of Perseus is in the area. So his ultimate skill. He rushes towards the enemy target and launches 12 attacks. 12 attacks. Each time he causing plus 70% attack in necrotic. So that's going to be like probably around 900% attack damage. There is a 100% chance of removing all buffs on the targets. And 75% chance of applying stun state on the last for 5 seconds. There is a 75% chance of applying buff invalidation state lasting for 10 seconds as well. At the same time, heal yourself with 30% maximum health. 20% of the damage caused is converted into reducing the target's upper limit of health, which will not exceed 40% of the target's maximum health. This effect does not take effect on the leader unit. It is released first on the enemy targets with the highest attack. Guys, oh my god, man, seriously, 12 attack here. 12. And then probably this chance right here go up to 100% with the scrolls. So his battle skill causes 4 plus 100% attack and necrotic damage to enemy targets around itself. It reduces the power of the hit target by 25. And the passive right here, normal attacks cause 2 stages of damage. When your own skills cause damage to enemy targets, there is a 100% chance of applying the soul falling poison state, which can be stacked up to 30 times. Guys, this is going to be the real damage guy in battle. Imagine that how he's going to be acting, how fast he's going to be, how he's going to be performing all this kind of skill he has. Oh my god, like I can't wait to see this guy in battle in action, seriously. Nice. So the next one here is Philis Beta. So this is the Icy hero. So she's a supporter, right? So according to the ultimate skill right here, she causes plus 500% attack, 500% enlightenment, freezing damage to enemy targets within the range, and then has a 75% chance of inflicting a freezing state lasting 5 seconds. This effect ignores the target's 20% saving throw. When an enemy target is frozen state dies, blocking resurrection will be applied to the target. So she's another hero that she's a block, that she has block resurrection. Is good for arena actually, you know. In terms of the combat skill, that's the better skill. Teleports to the enemy target with the highest attack. Remove the target's shield and steal one buff status from the target. And causes plus 200% attack, 200% enlightenment, freezing the mage. This effect ignores the target's 100% saving throw. Okay. When hitting a frozen target, the shield will be stolen instead. This sounds interesting. Here is going to be attacking the hero, the enemy with the highest attack. The passive at the beginning of the battle, apply the mandala mark to the enemy target with the highest attack power. When the enemy targets with the mandala marks die, select a new target. When the enemy target in the mandala marked state gains a buff state, the charging time of its own combat skill is reduced by 20%, and at the same time it gains 20 power. This effect can only take effect once every 5 seconds. This is a hero for arena, guys. Definitely this is a hero for arena. She's gonna help you in terms of Feymander or even pillars, but arena for sure is this hero here is gonna be very good, huh? Arena for sure. And then the last one here is the amazing Asta. This is the amazing necrotic hero. So according to the ultimate skill here, she summons a field that lasts for 10 seconds at the target's location, causing 60% plus 6% attack necrotic damage to enemies targets within the field every 1 second. For 10 seconds. Wow. While also healing all friendly targets. She was also a healer here according to the attack. Like the same way that Zarlos does, you know. With plus 3% maximum health. When an enemy targets within the area obtains a buff status, there is a 40% probability of replacing the buff status with a random debuff status. So she's gonna be converting the buff of the enemy to a debuff. At the same time, she's gonna be using her ultimate skill. This is good for in the game in general. It's possible she be good for the whole game. Like it's possible she also be a game changer here. Okay, so combat skill causes plus 310% attack necrotic damage to enemy targets within the range, and has a 50% chance of inflicting a stun state. Oh, she has a control lasting for 3 seconds. At the same time, the friendly targets with the highest attack will be in a critical hit resistance state that lasts for 3 seconds as well. Each time an enemy target is hit, the player gains 5 in terms of power. That's gonna be recharging the ultimate skill. And the passive here at the beginning of the battle, there is a 100% chance, 100% probability of inflicting a 10% second silence state. She also has a silence. And on her passive, okay? So on the nearest enemy target, is stealing 30% of the target's life and 30% of the target's defense. And 50% of the stolen attributes are transferred to the friendly targets with the highest attack accepted itself. Wow! Imagine this girl here. Imagine this hero with the Ripekas or Zarloth or some other necrotic heroes that you have it there in the game. She's gonna be bullocks, like it's gonna be insane. She's bonkers, she's madness as well. I really like the package that she has, you know. Anyway, guys, these are the heroes. These are all the legendary heroes. I hope that you guys like it here, you know, my presentation for part of the skills of these heroes. You know, this sounds that they are very solid. I can't wait to put my hands between all these heroes that I told you guys. You know, it's going to be is going to be great for sure, you know. So my hype here is totally high in terms of the fourth season. I can't wait to see all these heroes in action. I can't wait to see these heroes on the test server and to be able to test them and see how is going to be the performance and everything. Anyway, like my video here, guys, share my videos, subscribe here to my channel, leave your comments in terms of these heroes, which one you like more, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Join Dungeons & Dragons Legends in Dragonheir.